All right, it is 17 past 8 o'clock. Thank you so much for staying with us and a warm welcome back. Now, Phelo Bala's Ndim'lo album has finally hit the shelves. The youngest of the Bala boys released a new solo album late last month. And the vocalist who attended the Drakensburg Boys Choir School has had a very interesting journey. Amongst his achievements was him being part of a gospel group, Joyous Celebration. Now, the artist has been working on the offering for quite a while now, and he joins me now in studio to share with us more on this. All right, a very good morning to you, Bala, and thank you so much for your time. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for inviting me.
All right, now Ndim'lo, talk us through it. What's it about? And talk to us about the sound in that album.
Firstly, Ndim'lo is about me introducing myself. I think I've been with groups over the years, and I felt it was about time. You know, I've
that
grown,
you make your own mark.
You know, to really just be out there, push my own career, and not just be shy. You know, I've always been shy for so many years. Like, I don't say much in interviews. So I think even in the album, I get really personal, you know. I speak about my life, Xhosa. And there's a fuse of people that have listened to music over the past, years, and it's just a fuse of even going through Bala Brothers and being with Joyous Celebration, listening to jazz, listening to opera music, classical, like from Drakensburg. So it's just like that whole thing that made Phelo.
And you decided it's time to step out of the shadow of the big brothers, eh?
Yeah. Well, I'll always be my brother's youngest baby brother, but I guess it's about time.
Right. Now, why did you decide to go solo, though?
Well, I mean, it's something that, I can't always be hiding behind my brothers and all the other things that I've done. I need to also be independent as a person and go and achieve the dreams that I want to achieve. You know what I mean? Yeah, I guess basically.
Yeah, and I guess you're privileged enough that you started off at the Drakensburg Boys Choir. Yeah. So surely that school is a launching pad for many artists, eh?
Of course, there's so much to learn, and it's more than just music. It's discipline and all that stuff, and it's made us the people that we actually are today. In terms of like now, I know, like, hey, I've got a morning live interview. I must be up at 4. Those things were were very strict with us when it came to things like that.
For sure. So you were part of Joyous Celebration, and why did you leave the group?
Well, I just like any other group being in the shadows. Sometimes there needs to come a time when you become an individual, and I decided, this is the time, it's the right time. I didn't just leave there, I left them with songs. And I guess that's a way of just saying thank you as well.
How did being part of the group help shape your career?
Well, I mean, I was never really exposed to gospel music as a singer. Even the churches I used to go to, it was always choral music. Okay. But when I went to Joyous Celebration, I learned how to sing gospel, and other stuff like putting a band together, you know what I mean, and putting music together, which was really great, and it launched me as well as a songwriter.
You come from a very musical background, a musical family, so was there any pressure for you to follow in the footsteps of your brothers?
I don't know about pressure for those things, because it's like it's in the blood. You can't run away from it. It's just there. I grew up around people that sang. In the house, you'd get like 5 people in the house, and everybody has their own parts. Like somebody knows. Like if we start a song, they sing in soprano, they sing tenor, they sing alto, and that's always the case. So I mean, it's always been in my blood, and I don't see myself choosing any other thing. Okay,
so you left the industry at some point to become a sangoma, and then later returned and joined Christianity. How has that experience helped you as an individual and as an artist?
Well, I mean, to get to know myself, I've had to go through quite a few journeys in my life. And I guess that's why when it comes to Ndim'lo, it's about introducing what I've actually learned from my past experiences, what they've taught me, and really, I'm the least to judge anybody right now where I'm standing, because I think I've got that much more understanding of so many areas, you know what I mean? And you never know how God works. Maybe that's how He wants to teach you, so that you can teach other people about these things, because a lot of things aren't being spoken about, and I think in time, I will be that guy saying, yay, yay, or what my opinion is.
So do you plan on launching maybe a Christian album? at some point?
One
not in
day, the pipeline one day. You know, I almost actually did a gospel album.
Yeah.
Before Ndim'lo, but I thought to myself, you know, as to where I am in my life right now, what's really in my heart? You know, I believe in being truthful in what you do, and I don't want to go into gospel music just for the sake of selling records or for the sake of just putting on a facade. It needs to come from an honest place. And when I wrote Ndim'lo, that's the kind of music that came out, was me at that point.
Okay, so who did you work with on this particular album?
My producer was Kayam Tiana. I also worked with a lady called Gugu, very awesome singer from the record label that I was signed under.
Oh, right.
Gugu Shares, who's worked with like your Hugh Masekela, Zopra Hugh, and all those.
Any future collaborations with the Big Brothers?
Of course, you know. Maybe another album or two, another DVD coming up, you know, but yeah.
You're still brothers after all.
Yeah, of course, we're still brothers. I mean, come on. It's like, okay, take your plans. But yeah, I mean, we'll be performing together during the year.
Okay.
And yeah.
And I'm sure they are supportive of Baby Brothers projects.
Yeah, of course, man.
Yeah.
You know, my brothers, they teach me a lot. I'm so grateful to actually have started with them.
I can imagine,
You know, because there's so much, you know, there's nobody that can come now and be like, you must do this, and I'm like, okay, that's dodgy already, because I've seen before how my brothers have dealt with these things.
All right. Phelo, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for
Great
having
having you on the show. That was Phelo Bala. His album titled Ndim'lo is out in stores now. Do get yourself a copy. Well, this is Morning Live. We'll take a short break now, and we'll be back with this scintillating performance.